Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this week's options watch list. Before I get into the video, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now I know I said good afternoon, it's more like evening, but whatever. Let's see, looking at the put to call ratio right now, nothing too high. It's at 0.69. It's not too high or too low. It's right in the medium of the range, just not extreme either way. So nothing to see there. The economic calendar for the week, let's see. Okay, Monday, don't see anything. Tuesday, we have Richmond Manufacturing Index at 10 a.m. I don't think that really does anything. Wednesday, we have Flash Manufacturing PMI and Flash Services PMI at 9:45 a.m. on Wednesday. Thursday, unemployment claims, advanced GDP. That's all I see on Thursday. And Friday, core PCE index, personal income and spending. Yeah, really not too much going on the economic calendar for the week. But have VIX up. VIX, you know, it had its pop to 15. I really don't think it's really that much of anything. I know I talked last week about what day was this? This was the 17th. I was talking last watch list that VIX really didn't go anywhere. Still, VIX really didn't go anywhere. Yeah, it went to 15 plus, but it really did not go anywhere as far as I thought it'd go to 20 or something at some point. It still could in the next couple of days, but the question is, the SPY keep going and VIX get hammered back down to 12. So I'd be watching to see if VIX gets hammered back down to 12 again. Because it's been doing that, pops a little bit, gets hammered, pops a little bit, gets hammered, pops a little bit more, maybe gets hammered this week, then pops more into something for the next week after. And futures is up 13, ES is up 13 points, so that's probably going to gap up tomorrow. So if that's so, VIX will probably get gapping down and we'll probably end up seeing 12. Assuming SPY gaps up still by morning and continues to run. Now we broke all-time high, which was 479.98, 480. We'll just round up. Had a little bit of a blow off the top run, which when we end up breaking out or we get to an important level, SPY likes to overshoot or undershoot. Now SPY has overshot the area, so we'll have to see if it continues or not. The hourly is at 75. Now the thing with the spot with SPY is it can stay up here and channel and still RSI can drop and go more, because we've seen it all the time, like right here on the daily. You see how high it is right here on the daily, and yet it's going up and it will chop a little bit and RSI will drop right here and it will go more. We can definitely see that happening. I'm not sure how much higher SPY will go, but there's a bearish divergence going on SPY. It has been since right here, which is what, December 14th. So got a big divergence going on here on the daily and on the weekly. So but like I said in other videos, and like over and over, divergences can go on for weeks, months. Baidu and Roku is a perfect example of that. They can just last for a long time, so it doesn't matter. Even if they're showing bearish divergence on multiple indicators, they can take a large amount of time before they end up playing out. But what ends up happening is we get earnings coming up this week and the next couple of weeks. We usually end up having a February shit show, so we could end up just seeing maybe a choppy week or a slow grind up this week. Then when February gets here, we start dropping. So who knows? We'll just take it day by day. Plus, there's so much bad news out there. There's so much going on that it's hard to believe that SPY is at all-time high considering all the things that are going on. So over all-time high, which is what, 482.72, pushed to 485, 490. I mean, to me, if it gets pushed to 490, why not just keep pushing it to 500? I mean, make it a. I mean, it just seems like that. If you're gonna get to that close to 500, you might as well just go another 10 points and just tap it and call it a day. But who knows? I'd also watch it underneath 480, and for push down to the 475, 470, 465 on that. So we'll just take it day by day and see how it gaps up in the morning or gaps down, and we'll just play based on what the action is in the morning pre-market. So BA, we got quite a bit of tickers this week. Tesla, and there's another one. I don't remember what it is that's coming up this week. So Tesla's the one I can think of. There's another big one coming up. I don't know if it's Netflix, I think. Yeah, Netflix. So that's not going to be on the watch list, even though I'd like to watch it, but we'll wait. BA, get a nice green candle on the weekly. This could be just a big bear flag where it's having a dead cat bounce to cool off the RSIs and end up dropping more. It did get to 200, yeah, right under 200, and then it get bought. So maybe it continues to fill the gap up to the 217 area, then start to fade back down to 200 again. So I would watch BA underneath 210 for push to 200. And if it does manage to get over 220, it could get a push to 225 and gap support right up here, gap resistance up here at 230. So definitely keep an eye on that for BA. BA could have a nice move. NVIDIA, this thing just keeps going and going and going. I mean, look at all the bodies of the candles outside the Keltner channel on the daily. It's just ridiculous. Major bearish divergence going on the RSI, the histogram, MACD. The RSI on the daily is above 80. The RSI on the weekly is above 75, and huge bearish divergence going on right here. Price up there, RSI down here, and histogram. I mean, there's lots of bearish divergence, but we've had that happen with NVIDIA before. It just does not drop that much. I mean, look, yeah, it drops right here, but I mean, it hasn't really dropped. Nothing significant. I mean, 500 to 460 is a pretty big drop, but not from where it came from. Down here is at $100 a year and a half ago. That's just crazy that it's all the way up here again, and just going crazy. So definitely keep an eye on that. I've watched it underneath 585 for push down to 560, 550, 540. It's got lots of gaps to fill. Actually, no, it doesn't have a lot of gaps to fill. I thought it had lots of gaps to fill on the daily, but no, I'm thinking of something else. Well, it does down here at 420. Yeah, but that's about it. That's all I see for gaps. That's not a gap. Yeah, so, yeah. Anyways, watch for the pullback. I mean, if it does get a pullback, we could see a pullback all the way to 500, which is right down here, which would be logical because this is where it was resisting right here once, twice, 3, 4 times, and it could be support now. So watch that for an NVIDIA. Amazon. Amazon, it's triple topping, 1, 2, 3, a cup and handle right here too. So kind of watch that over 157. If it gets over, actually 156, gets over 156, it probably shoots to 160. Gets to 160. Basically every $2 or every $5, I'd kind of watch for resistance. 145, 150. It's basically, every $5, you can see right there, 140, 135. So if it gets over 156, 160, 165, 170, 170 would be a big area on the weekly. Plus we get Amazon earnings coming up. They could get a little bit of excitement for that. They'll probably have record earnings. Knowing them, they always seem to do really well during Christmas, so I'll be surprised if they don't. Microsoft, bearish divergence going on right there. Prices going up, RSI is going down outside the Keltner channel on the daily and the weekly. Off from all the AI stuff. RSI was 75, 74 on the weekly, So I would watch it underneath 395 for push to 390, 390, 390, 385. Basically every $5, 380, 375. You would think that we get some kind of 375 would probably be a pretty big support area right there. Get some relief, RSI relief, bring it down a little bit on Microsoft. So that I'd be looking for pullback, but who knows? Get 400 right there, $1.50 away, so they could just push it to 400, then dump it. So if they even dump it, but we'll just keep an eye on it. That's by just thinking on it. Meta is the last one. Not really too much to look at because everything is just got earnings coming up, and a lot of the charts just look the same. This looks just like Microsoft, bearish divergence on the hourly, RSI is high on the weekly and daily, all-time high on Meta. Remember when Meta was down here at 95, below 95, 88 when we had that. I had shares down there like 95 or something. It was crazy. And here it is almost 400. What a massive run it had. Big bearish divergence going on. So maybe this gets pushed to 400. Who knows? I mean, you just don't know. So I'd be watching for it to pull back. I mean, we have 3 big green candles right there. So I'd watch it at 380. 375, 370, 365. I would not be looking at Microsoft or NVIDIA or Meta calls whatsoever. I mean, it's just too extreme on the overbought scenario. I would not even touch it. I mean, you can if you want, but I wouldn't. It's just way too risky. I would wait for a pullback or anything. I think we're going to see a pretty big dump in the market pretty soon here. I just don't know when. I thought we'd see it by now, but who knows what will cause it and when it will happen. Maybe it happens next week. FOMC is coming up soon, so maybe that will trigger something. So anyways, that's it for the watch list. Just keeping it simple this week. We'll play it day by day and adjust accordingly in the morning. So that's why you need to be in the room. So that's it. Thanks for watching.